good, beer is good. Let's go drink some beer. Beer, 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 beer.
Welcome back, guys. What are we looking at? Well, we're gonna be looking at, this was my birthday present from my father-in-law, Serendipity Happy Accident Fruit Ale. I actually reviewed this like a year ago. It has not. It's considered one of their rotating beers. That they don't force. For instance, they don't have like say a 2017 and a 2019. It's kind of like when they get it in. When they decide to make it, they make it, and it's so it has actually been a year. They changed up the logo, and I do not see a percentage on here. But if it's like a fruit ale. Oh, and I opened it up with the Snowflake Melter that the crazy Scotsman got me. I might be needing. This was a 4-pack, so I could very well need this guy once again. Yeah. It smells like a mix of cherry and fresh cherry and fresh apples. Cheers. Ooh, that's nice. If you're just I never even went back to look what I thought about this before, but wow, it's got a lot of really nice fresh flavors to it. Again, cherry for me is like a hit or a miss. That artificial cherry, I don't know why if it's not fresh cherry, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a cherry. Because you know when you put your tongue on some fresh cherry, let me tell you. Because I didn't do a brew review yesterday, it's probably going to be comments. There's actually only 2 missed comments, both from Gunwild. Cheers to our ale club, and the only reason that I'm even reading them is because he had one of his other comment was he's not one of those Californians that want to make it a free state. Yeah, I know that. And I can honestly say I don't think that's a good option. I don't care where you are or who you are. Now I will say, Jeff, having said that, let's just say that the last holdout is somewhere. Pick a state. I used to think it was Texas, but I think Texas is getting fucked, and I feel sorry for the people that are there. It's immigration. I mean, the illegal immigrants just flooding in there. People from California moving to Texas to try to, basically, like I've already said, the libtards, man. I mean, they're on their game. Like I said, there's like always infighting, it seems like, amongst the Republicans and the Democrats. Even if it's a bad fucking idea, they all stand together. Actually, that AOC cunt and her wanting us to basically have push carts and get rid of anything that burns fossil fuel. That's about the first time I've seen any kind of a divide. But I wouldn't advocate one state breaking off and becoming basically its own nation, unless that's all we have left. Because the rest of the United States has just gone to a complete liberal, socialist shithole. Then I'd want to go somewhere that I know that we could be constitutionalists, we could be free, and we'd be able to prove that that sane people can capitalism, guns, whatever you feel it. Wait. So first was Ben N. Nice, Ben. Second was Johnny Concho. J-Dog was third. Multi-gun man. Crazy Scotsman was fourth. Eltenda, not just saying cheers, was fifth. Crazy Scotsman, suck it, Aunt Keck, whiskey. I'm assuming that he's talking to Aunt Keck right there. Crazy Scotsman, I like the sound of this beer already, and it's not even open yet. Darkness. Satch Boogie Fan, a fellow Minnesotan, saying, hey, cheers. Me saying, hey, my friend, and of course something that we have in common. If you don't know, he's referring to Joe Satriani, and Satch Boogie happens to be one of his original off of one of his original albums. For me, Joe Satriani. Hands down, people ask, who is your favorite guitar player? Joe Satriani. Not to mention, he basically just bankrolled his Surfing with the Alien album on a credit card, and poof, now the man, I can't even remember what, he's worth like, I don't know, millions, and he's just like also a really nice guy. But yeah, like I've said repeatedly, if I won the lottery, to have a Ibanez, a JS series Ibanez. I mean, at this point in time, I wouldn't be picky on any Joe Satriani Ibanez, but I really like the JS 1000 and the JS 2000, and I'm the new. I don't even remember what the new one is. I had to just stop looking because it was sort of like porn. Fumaster Chew 12. Well, what do you know? I made it. Cheers. Fumaster Chew. Well, that looks delicious. I need to find this somehow. Another win-win on the BB Deliciousness. Well, they're out of the cities. I'm not exactly sure what the distribution footprint for Surly looks like. Man, I don't remember what the alcohol was in this either, but something like this, you could hand it to someone that hates beer, except for Christine, and they'd probably like it. Well, the one thing it does is it does balance nicely on a sweetness and a nice tartness, both rolling together. Mike Gillian, shut. I don't know what the deal is lately with AT&T, but I don't get stuff, and then all of a sudden I see my neighbor Mike has figured out how to download porn to his phone, so then he can share it with me. All I see is a girl wearing a cowboy hat holding her tits. It's off to a good start. Gillian, the beer sounds very good. Cheers. Darkness was very good as it warmed up. Those intense flavors definitely stayed there. 12%. Whoo! I'm guessing. My guess is I'd probably have to drink 3 of these to equal, 3 glasses of this to equal 1 glass of that. I'd be surprised. I'd really be surprised if this is much over 4%. But that's why they invented vodka, right, Mike? Bearded CB, 12th. Bearded CB, didn't get notification. What the fuck? Smile Money said, nor did I. And I saw my bell wasn't on. What the hell? See, this is what YouTube does. This is... I know there's a sector of people out there that... yeah, never mind. Bearded CB, where's Aunt Keck? Multi-Gunman said he's being punished for not drinking enough whiskey. Rich from S212, laugh out loud. Thank you, brother. You know I love that song and the Hot Brew Babes almost as much as the delicious stout. I told you I was going to put that there for you, Rich. Bearded CB, 12%. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need much of extra of anything, which is why I'm kind of glad nobody said that word in the last brew review, because I really did not need to add anything to a great big bottle of 12% beer. As a matter of fact, yeah, the darkness is a little bit cheaper than some of the big bottles of heavy hitters like that, but darkness would be another good one to either share with the boys when they're here, or at a bare minimum put on the shelf as a keeper. But if I can pull one off to share, that we'll have to see. Matt Davis. Now that looks like a tasty beer. Cheers, Eric. It was very much. Thank you, Matt. Cheers. Serendipity. Hey, let's use my bottle opener with the proper muzzle device. Makes it real scary. Some scary ass shit right there. I don't care who you are. Multi-Gunman. I'm here to add class to this video and some whiskey. I'm not sure what pairs best with this particular beer. Oh yeah, a glass. Standing in for Multi-Gunman's whiskey request is whiskey. I thought about that nitro gut rot from NIHAP for a second there. And realize I'm just going to go in with 100% from a bottle of Cleveland from Hazman 440 Black Reserve. Finished with an oxygen-enriched accelerated process. I don't really care what the goddamn process was, because I like the end result. Okay. Thanks for adding the class, Multi-Gunman. Bearded CB, Eric, fake it. No, never. I'm not sure. Oh, you're probably talking about the Snowflake Melter. Yeah, I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. I put the entries in that was requested by Tardisius. He paid it forward for an entry for Christine and an entry for our little Sammy Poo. And then for my birthday this year, my mom gave me $25, so I spent 20 of it and bought 2 more entries. I know Jim has gotten me a couple of entries. Honestly, these 2, they're the first that I did myself. And of course, if you haven't been around and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, it's this. This isn't an unfired specimen here. This is just a very good friend of mine and a friend of the circle. Wanted to do something to help Mr. Holster, and asked if it was okay to do this, and I was just like, yeah. I had never actually held one. I'd seen one, and I still don't know if some of this shit he did do it or if it was done. But my God, I know he put the oversized charging handle on it. Then, like you've seen, it has the 2 gas tubes on it. One's the traditional, kind of fills up that space a little bit better, or this one, which I think just looks more tactical, because I know these are. Even just a shit AK, the accuracy is usually beyond most people. But I know this thing is wicked as hell. So, like I said, I like the oversized paddle on the mag release, and this trigger is just unbelievable. That's all I can say. It's, this is like in the realm of like the John Huber world here. So yeah, I noticed we're getting down there. I want to say at least 2/3 of the slots have been sold out and filled, and then we can do somebody, not me. Whoever doesn't have skin in the game is going to have to be part of picking the winner. And just like Jim has said, just like I'm saying, I'm now deep into. I love the way that thing looks. 100% honesty though, if I was gonna spend the kind of money that it takes to get that, I would probably save a little bit more and talk to El Tenda and see if he can put in the good word for me with Krebs. I had an in with Krebs. Unfortunately, Tom passed away extremely young. I want to say he was 37. It was just shocking. He's supposed to be here for Shoot-A-Palooza that year. He was going to bring a bunch of Krebs toys, a full auto, and I know he was going to bring more than 1,000 rounds. I'd have to go back to where I talk about it to figure it out, but I know he was going to bring a lot of ammo. Unfortunately, we lost him, and I haven't really tried talking to any of the guys over at Krebs, because what YouTube has done to the Ebomi channel, it's like, you know when a company says that they want you to advertise, do some videos on their shit, and you say, okay, and they send you a list, and it's like an extension cord, a USB adapter, and a bottle opener. It's like, you've hit rock bottom on sponsorship. Mike. Beard CB, nice, dark, numbs, and you got dumped for birds. Hell, way to establish a pecking order. Mike Gillian, my comments were late because my crappy internet. I understand. Beard CB, holy shit. That averages out to Eric shooting once a week for the past 5 weeks. Got to be a record for the past year or two. Yeah, Smile Money. It took some peer pressure, but now he remembers the joy of gun ownership. It's not just fixing them until they break. Gillian again. Blood tastes very good. I like drinking blood. Smile Money. I like pounding wooden stakes. I don't need to go on your guys' interaction. It goes for a while. Rich from S212. Well, thank you, brother, for the full-on delicious ending. Now I can sleep better. You're welcome. Mike again. Paul is a great guy and lives one state over from me. Boca Loco, and another cowbell. I'm not sure if your subscribers are friends or enemies anymore. Yeah, I question shit myself. Boca Loco. Oh yeah, top 25. Woohoo. Hashtag BFD. Poca Loco, tonight's brew babe needs her titties painted with my children. Poca Loco. Those transmissions from the factory suck ass. After you put 2 or 3 grand in them, they are trouble free. Yeah, that's it's an awful lot of money to spend. And Gillian, as I posted on India Pale Ale, if it's a gun from Ed and you get rid of it, you can give it to me. I need a gun of Ed's. 10mm revolver would be nice. I like shooting revolvers. I definitely over the years have become more of a fan of revolvers. Just I know it's gonna sound strange, but it's almost like, you know, with a revolver, you're feeling that round more for what it is, because there's no recoil being used up by the action of the gun. So, you know, if you're a recoil junkie, the revolver is a way to go. But they're just this timeless class for a revolver. I didn't know there was going to be some comments about revolvers. I almost grabbed the 454 Cazul and the 686. Personally, I really like the way my 686 looks, especially after putting those grips on there that Paul sent me. I mean, that if I could find, I mean, I wish I knew someone with crap. I suppose if you wanted, you could find someone that just has way too much time on their hands and they could whittle something. But I've never really liked the grip, even though it works well. The stock grip for the Raging Bull, and now I've got that. I got that aftermarket set on there, and for the most part, they kind of feel just like the ones that were on it, but they have like a custom set for it. As of right now, 454 Raging Bull, good luck. I haven't been able to, at least realistically, if someone said, "Oh yeah, I could make you a set of grips that are your wet dream," and they're gonna be like $400. Yeah, fuck that. Poca Loco, I'd like to come in the Brew Babe's dark side. Cheap old gun guy. What's up with that? You say you like boiled nuts. You get a ton of boiled nuts. You say you like sunflower seeds. You get a ton of sunflower seeds. You say you need 10mm ammo. Not one damn gram of powder shows up. What's up with that? Now, before you say something like, you could send me ammo, you keep forgetting the reason there's a cheap old gun guy. No, I kind of got that. No, see, that's exactly my point. I mean, if your whole goal, right now, especially here's the problem. I would not have made one of the biggest Tupperware bowls, basically the Instapot, filled with boiled nuts, and then like the following day, the mystery sender sends me the big flat rate box with, I believe it was 8 bags. And I mean, if I ate them around the clock, I might be able to pull it off before they go bad. As is, because I feel bad about throwing away something that somebody paid for and sent it to me. I've already adiosed the extras of the ones that I made. I don't know how long I can expect something like that to keep. Like I said, the last time though, I did not make it to the last bag of the boiled nuts from the mystery sender from the guy that does it from Georgia. When I opened the bag, it just looked like cold honey. It just, and it was like, yeah, something had gone wrong. But now, I mean, and I still gotta pour out a bunch and I want to send a bunch of the raw nuts onto NIHAP so he can give it a go, because I don't know how long those are gonna keep. I mean, they're down here in a cool, dry place, but like I said, thanks to the Instapot, God, you can experiment. I mean, I'm not going to make as many as I did last time because I don't want any of them to go to waste. But this next batch is going to be a heavy experimentation based upon the Boondockers butt rub. Or beef and game rub. And if I can perfect something that I feel, I mean, shit, that batch that I made, awesome. I mean, to be totally truthful, my first experimentation batch, I feel, is better than the ones from Georgia. But the ones from Georgia are just salt, so it's like the boiled version of just a salty nut, where mine had basically, it was a New Orleans kick, crushed red pepper and salt and the Creole seasoning, and Poco Loco, still no invite. I doubt the beard drunk shitter is in the group, so who's cock blocking me? If I really want to be a dick, I could send you a list of everybody in the deplorables. Poco Loco, so you're saying the AK has a protein trigger? Sure. When I squeeze it, it produces protein. Wait, okay, I'll just go with that. Jolson, top 69, ladies. Jolson, we need more cowbells. No, we don't. Smile Money, Eric, it is not about what you want. It is about what Jolson wants. Smile Money. And everything you took to the range worked. Bonus. Yeah, well, let's see. That's because everything I brought to the range. Well, I guess I can feel good, Smile Money. This I have taken apart. Not only did I almost completely disassemble it when I first got it to clean it, I also have taken it apart and practically destroyed the sight on it. Well, you can't say destroyed, but I'm telling you, Smith & Wesson never intended on anybody to ever take the frickin' sights off of this, but I wanted to get rid of that piece of shit magazine disconnect, and I did. So, yeah, of all the guns that were out there, basically this is the only one I've effed with. Stalker Steve, kinda. Zeus, he needs more cowbell. No, he doesn't. Zeus, the union here was telling everyone to vote for Beto, calling and harassing all day. Sick fucks. Everybody's going to have a different experience and different circumstances for the unions. If it wasn't for politics, I have no complaints. Because I was in the union, and they went to bat for me, and I made a lot of fucking money. And if you had a complaint, they took care of it. As a matter of fact, I am not about to stand here. I'm trying to think. I think he actually still is. I think he still is our union rep. So if I was to make a phone call and needed to talk to my guy, I think it's the same guy. But Paul Hasman, fuck yeah, I had situations. I had situations that man, made one phone call about a particular situation, and that man went to bat and made, part of it, there's several things, but one of the things is, in order to keep my credentials every single year, you had to pay money, of course, to the state of Minnesota to renew my license, and you also had to do what they called the 10-hour class. So we went to the union hall and we had to sit there for what was supposed to be 10 fucking hours and watch a slideshow. I mean, some of the better entertainers actually made that time really short, but I think it's a 10-hour class, and I honestly think the longest I had ever been there was 8 hours. And then when you finished the class, you got your little piece of paper, and when you went to renew your license with the state, if you were in Wisconsin, for me, I have a license for Minnesota and Wisconsin, so I had to send that piece of paper off. I got one that went to Wisconsin and one that went to Minnesota to renew my license, and so I had some shit more than once, and I called my guy, and up there a ways in the union, and I just said, hey man, I cannot make the fucking 11-hour, I cannot make the class, and he's just like, well, could you get to, and like the next closest location was like South Dakota, was something like a 9.5-hour drive, and I'm like, dude, no, I mean, shit, if that was the case, then I'd make ours, but I had a bunch of shit going on. One time it was like medical stuff, and he just said, he goes, well, I'll be in town for the class, and on this particular date, do you think you could stop up and say hello to me? I'll be at the bar next to the hotel. Stop up, and he's just like, here's the piece of paper that you need to renew your license. So I know the union, the guy, they take care of you. To me, it was just the politics. I hated the fact that it's always fucking Democrats. That's all. I don't know a single, and then the entire time I have been in the union, I don't know a single time that they ever pushed a Republican. It's all fucking Democrats. But, yeah, I mean, I could go back whenever I want. My old boss is like, dude, we could really use you, and I'm just like, just so hard on your body, and I didn't like being on the road all the time. But yeah, it's took care of us. Can't argue about that at all. Like I said the other day, if you can, if I would have gotten into it younger and not, for me, I can't seem to do anything for more than 10 years, do that for 10 years, manage that for 10 years, did that for 10 years, I was in the trades for 10 years, that the retirement package, honestly, like I said, if you were young, if you were in your 20s and became a sprinkler fitter and stayed all the way until you retired, you are fucking set. That's all I gotta say. You are more than set. Smile money. Now you're clear thinking. Christine can buy you a better gun. That's right. Thank you. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know, it didn't even sound good while I was saying it, to be honest. Gunwild 1, 50th. Gunwild, why so grumpy when people send you gifts? Gunwild, you see this? Exactly how many cowbells does someone need? I got a cowbell there. I got a cowbell there. I have a cowbell there. And when I was cleaning, I don't even know where it fucking came from. I have another cowbell sitting over there. gun oil. Maybe this shirt helps. Stephen Hobson led. Kate Upton has huge boobs and a nice face, but her body has zero curves. Thanks for that update. Steve again. I hope whoever sent the cowbell dies of anal warts. J-Dog, the 5906 doesn't need a bushing. Well, in the event that shit wears out, you can still have it done. I mean, some of that shit is pressed in, some of that shit is milled, and then there's replacement. I'm not exactly sure what the system was for the 645, but J-Dog, I got you the Belgian red. Yes. Yes, you did, you bitch. J-Dog, I think you still have to do the strawberry rhubarb. I have not done the strawberry rhubarb. Christine got me this year's version of the raspberry, which is the same one that you gave me. And I want to say I reviewed that a little over a year ago. And I remember liking it. Stephen Hudson led, expensive holsters, you say? I just got in my Tier 1 concealment appendix rig. Yeah, $129, and they don't offer any discount codes for saving on the holsters or even shipping. However, it's a comfortable rig for my first time trying appendix. You know, I've seen people talking about that, and I don't know how the fuck you people think that's comfortable. I know that that holster that I have, that Incog, that is also a popular holster to wear appendix carry. Oh man, that feels good with the... Oh, our tips are touching right now. Yet? No. Stephen, if it came down to it, and all you had was your JP, the red AK, the 5906, the SR19, and the Kimber, and then someone said they'd shoot you in the chest if you didn't choose one to throw in the bottomless pit, which gun would you choose to kill them with? Probably the AK. Just why not? Tardisius, a cowbell with a handle. What will they think of next? More cowbell. You guys have an imagination? This is the part where you use your imagination. Listen to that. Fucking ringing like a bitch. Okay. Sorry. I should have pointed in this direction. Classic cowbell. Oh, here, let me show you the one that I found. Maybe, I think this was pre-Tardisius. It's kind of like a starter cowbell. Yeah, it doesn't even... The fuck is living? I think this spider made a home in there, and we're actually ringing the spider. So yeah, I think this might have been my starter cowbell. Hazman, yep. In my younger days, I'd put a 90-pound jackhammer over my shoulder, climb extension ladders from floor to floor. Probably one of the reasons I retired early at 58. See, Paul, that goes back to the, I worked with guys that were just like fucking running all the time, and I'm like, dude, first of all, if this is my job and you're running all the time, to be honest, just slow the fuck down. I want to know that you and your body are going to make it for the long haul. So, I mean, there's a difference between, just working hard, work steady. I've worked with guys, especially some of them, the really fucking rammy ones. It's like you're going nowhere. You just ran all the way to there, fucked something up, came back to here, then you ran all the way there, you fucked something else up. By the time you're done, the guy that was over here that was just thinking and working at a good pace has just outworked you. Smile money. Now that was an outro to a video. Smile money. What the hell is that? Floating shit or living floating shit? Smile money. You could cable up those cowbells and make one hell of a wind chime. Oof, my neighbors would love me. Jolson, the review on the 10mm XDM have been shit. I never got upset at Springfield for doing what they had to do to stay in business. People are stupid. They don't understand that either they go out of business or spend millions on relocating, which would increase the price of their products, or get an exemption for yourself. Gee, which one would you rather them fucking do, you dumbasses? I have not actually been following the reviews on the XDM 10mm. I'm disappointed to hear that because I have loved the XDM series. First Christine sold hers, which I know killed her because she really liked the gun, but grip was just a double stack 45. And then I sold mine because I needed the money, or I never would have. It really sucked because that had the Heine specialty straight 8 sights on it. Jolson, hey Google, what's the weather forecast for the week?
Today and tomorrow in Duluth, it'll be cloudy, with highs around 34 and lows in the upper 20s. Thursday and Friday, there'll be snow, with lows in the mid-20s. Highs will be in the low 30s Thursday, then be in the mid-30s on Friday. Saturday, it'll be partly cloudy, with a high of 40 and a low of 23.
Jolson, so you'd be upset if it comes back pink and Hello Kitty, but what if it comes back pink and purple Muddy Girl camo? I guess that's better. Brad, 69th again. Beard CB, and to continue from work again. Beard CB, yeah, shooting at indoor ranges can get pricey, especially if they require you to shoot their ammo. Well, yeah. 50 rounds of 9mm is $12. Dusty is usually he's the manager, but he was there on Sunday when me and Steve went, and he's like, "Hey, you guys want to shoot steel? You know, I'll let you do that for the same price." And it's like, Steve's like, "Oh, I'd just rather do paper targets." And it's like, "Yeah, we'll just do paper targets." But yeah, I tell you, just everybody that works there is just freaking awesome. But Dusty, the manager, I don't know if he probably doesn't follow this shit show. He knows about the other channel, but Dusty, you take care of everybody good. But I really want to thank you for every time we're in there. Good guy. But yeah, $25. It's supposed to be $25 an hour, but I'm pretty sure we could have stayed there for 2 hours and nobody would have said anything. And it's not just me; it's I think anybody. And Dusty's like, you know, I bought 2 paper targets, and he goes, "Yeah, you paid for 2 paper targets, but take as many as you need." And I just grabbed a bunch of different varieties and. Smile money, fucking crap. I'm not gonna. I can't come clean on the rest of why it was so funny. But smile money, me and Steve were rolling when I got your text after I showed you the target. Beard CB, yeah. So like I said, $25. So plan on spending $25 plus ammo, and it's like a couple bucks for the target, and the targets are the great big size ones. I mean, overall, it's not a bad price, and for me, I spent $50. So, Beard CB, nope, not really sore about Springfield and Rock River. Not elated by any means. Was business decisions on their end, but they could have been like Les Bear and just moved across the river to Iowa. Beard CB, talking about all Steve's vehicles. Jealous much? Yeah, kind of. Beard, yeah, that truck, fuck. For that money, that truck is, unless of course it's transmission, that's a different story. Beard CB, what did sound like another great stout? Nothing like a beverage that also it's its own meal. Exactly. Smell money. Just for the record, many biological women never have babies. Does that make men by your urine standard? Make men by... Beard CB, well, check out these 3 holsters for sure. Beard CB, New Glarus. They have a decent IPA. Do enjoy Spotted Cow. It's always a good go-to for drinkability and not a wow, but it's good. I thought it was, I almost need to revisit some of them because I had a bunch of stuff from New Glarus kind of before I was really kind of kicking it with the IPAs. Bearded CB, yeah, Pink and Hello Kitty, you say? No. Bearded CB, glad I was able to give your arm and carpal tunnels a good workout. Bearded CB, 53 and rainy here today, and 70 making you ask, why the fuck am I at work today? Then, oh yeah, bills. Beard, yeah. Am I the only one? Well, some of you don't know what fucking winter even is, but if I'm talking to Bearded CB and Hazman and Stalker Steve and everybody I know that's following along and we're north of the what the fuck are you thinking line, there's going to be a day that's going to happen real soon where 1 minute it's like terrible, like the Twin Cities, I mean, just south of us is supposed to get like 20 inches of snow, and if that happens, I'm pretty sure we're going to go beyond the 5 to 8 that they're saying. But there's going to be a day where all of a sudden it's just like going, this is the first day of this weather. I can't afford to go home from work, but I'm fucking going home. Beard CB, trust me, if money pans out better, plan on trying to get in. I'll try to get in on the new melter. Bills first. Yes. Beard CB, Christine's better than all of us. She has to put up with you every day. Beard CB, love the outro. Smile money. As for Snowflake Melter, it's always going to be questioned because price, Waterhouse, CPAs are not handling the drawings and there is alcohol involved. Big Brother Wade. Apparently people like you playing with your ding-a-ling. Just saying. Hazman 440. Your bearded friend doesn't realize that if unicorns didn't happen, they probably went. Sorry. Just fucking with you, Paul. If unions didn't happen, there probably wouldn't be a minimum wage, and we'd still be working pay back the company store. That's good and bad in all aspects of life, and my union was damn good to me. See, that part of it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I had several scenarios, some I'll talk about, some that I won't, and they went to bat and they knocked that bitch right out of the park for me. Man Cave Matt, sure. Take Steve shooting again. I was going to send Nancy over to be a live brew review girl for you. Why don't you see if Steve can hook you up, bastard? Sharky on the flaming, the nitro from my left hand. That spacious-looking green packet also looks very Dutch. Think I've seen them out here in Amsterdam coffee shops. Not sure. Wink. Back up to catching up, sort of part 2 for the flamingo for you. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of green packet of stuff you're talking about. Sharky again. Nice shoulder rig. Very Don Johnson. You'll go look for the boat, gator, and vet. Or are you the old dirty Harry? Get a rig for the 629. Or do you also have a 29? I can't remember. There's alcohol involved. The cowbell must be one for the dogs only. Yes. That's a 29 classic chrome. I don't know, there's alcohol involved. Where are we time-wise? Then again, I don't care. 29 classic chrome. It's the 44 Magnum. Most powerful handgun in the world. One shot could blow your head clean off. Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Yeah, this is a beautiful gun. This would be definitely a shoulder rig. I don't think this has a chance in hell on, because this thing is mainly, you know, this one rig would work. It actually goes down into the holster far enough that you could still actually lock the strap over it, but it's kind of not really made for, I don't know, it didn't look stupid in there. I guess when some other time, God, oh jeez, never mind. That is a beautiful gun. That, technically speaking, Christine also has a gun from Ed. Me and Ed had been on a lookout a long damn time, and Ed was the one that found that. Sharky, when I get over there, I'll do way more to the 10mm 1911 than just shoot it. There'll be stuff stuck in the Picatinny rail for sure. Sharky, love the outro, babes, all of them. Not at the same time as I ain't in my 20s no more. But in batches of 2, I can still manage. Stalker Steve, and there's something likely in spam. Back from work. Stalker Steve laughed my fucking ass off at the new cowbell. Stalker Steve, what did you say? My mind was on the rack, which, by the way, should be outlawed. A rack like that would make a guy go home and shoot the wife. Something's in spam. I gotta check. I didn't see it. Something from Man Cave Matt. You know, it's funny, but pink urine cakes look a lot like salmon. It was an honest mistake against the guy that I fired. How did I know he was not taking a break but cleaning the restroom? Glad I did not taste it when I saw the salmon in the urinal. Okay. On that, we are going straight to the Two Hearted Ale Club. Standing in as Two Hearted Ale, because I have this much left, and it is the third one, Jack. Johnny Concho, first in the Two Hearted Ale Club. Johnny, cheers. Smile Money, Two Hearted Ale Club is on Tuesday. Cheers. J-Dog, Heart Club. J-Dog. Smile Money, just remind people about Snowflake Melter. You have 2 AKs, so you do need to win. You also need more people just to sign up for the Hornet Fixer Forum. Yes. The link's down below. If you're not already a member of HornetFixer.com, get involved. AK, Smile Money, thank you. Smile Money, Truck Talk, now reviewing Blue Book values of high mileage vehicles. If only there was photos of models laying on Steve's truck. Smile Money, this should push it over 100 comments. Smile Money, as for shooting, I'm on the frequent flyer program. Poco Loco, I've been a bit under the weather. Soon I will have some new stuff for the Snowflake Melter forum. Gunwild, Two-Hearted Ale Club. Cheers. It's almost a weekend, so drink up. It's almost the weekend, so drink up. It's fucking Tuesday. Poco Loco, why do vegetarians give good head? Because they're used to eating nuts. Okay, that's where it's gonna. Oh, hey, wait a second. Let me hit the Stalker Steve button. Let me hit the Stalker Steve button. Stalker Steve button. Stalker Steve button. Okay. Serendipity. Happy Accident Fruit Ale. Does it say any? Which one? Oh, there's an awful lot of writing in there, and actually, if I were to do this, do you see it? Anything? Alcohol? Nope. My guess is it has to be somewhere between 4 and 4.5 tops, but I got nothing. But for what it is, for a sweet, tart beverage, I honestly, I really like this. I would have gone a 10, but I'm gonna go a 9. Because I know there's no way this is like, if they made some shit like this and it was like 8, 9, 10%, well, hell yeah, that'd be a 10. But it's a 9. It's really good. Thanks to my my father-in-law. Old school, new school, and we're out of here. So make sure you check out my blog radio show tomorrow. Jim sits in. Jim's is on Friday. So cheers, guys.